Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Cosmic Blueprint Astrology. I'm Sinal, and today we're diving into Leo, the fifth sign of the Zodiac, the Lion. If Aries initiates and Taurus builds, and Gemini connects, Leo creates, radiates, and inspires. This fire sign brings us courage, creativity, and the gift of authentic self-expression that lights up the world. Leo season runs from July 23rd through August 22nd, the heart of summer in the northern hemisphere, when the sun is at its strongest and brightest. This timing perfectly captures Leo energy. It's warm, vital, radiant, and impossible to ignore. This is the season of celebration, play, and basking in the fullness of life. This is the performer of the Zodiac, the creative force, the one who reminds us that we're all meant to shine. Leo teaches us about self-confidence, generosity, the courage to be seen, and the importance of leading with the heart in everything we do. In this video, we'll explore everything Leo, from its ruling luminary, the sun, and fiery nature, to how the sign expresses itself across different areas of life. We'll look at both the magnificence and challenges of Leo energy, its expression in various chart placements, and how to harness this bold, creative, heart-centered force in your life. So step into the spotlight, open your heart, and let's explore the regal, radiant world of the Lion. Leo is represented by the lion, the king of the animal kingdom, a symbol of courage, strength, nobility, and natural authority. The lion doesn't apologize for taking up space or demand attention through aggression. Its very presence commands respect. This is the essence of Leo energy. The lion symbolizes Leo's natural confidence, their protective instincts, and their ability to lead through inspiration rather than force. Lions are also social creatures who value loyalty and protect their pride, much like Leo's fierce devotion to loved ones. The lion's mane is like Leo's dramatic flair, impossible to miss and designed to make an impression. Leo is a fire sign, and this element is essential to understanding its nature. Fire signs represent passion, creativity, inspiration, and spirit. Fire signs are concerned with identity, self-expression, enthusiasm, and bringing their inner vision into the world. They're the signs that create, inspire, and energize everything around them. The modality of Leo is fixed. While cardinal signs initiate and mutable signs adapt, fixed signs sustain, stabilize, and see things through with determination. Fixed energy is about loyalty, consistency, and the willpower to maintain what has been started. It's the energy of commitment and unwavering dedication. This combination of fixed fire makes Leo perhaps the most powerful, consistent, and dramatically expressive sign of the Zodiac. This is the energy that creates and sustains, that shines steadily rather than flickering out. Where Aries says, let's start something bold, and Sagittarius says, let's explore new horizons, Leo says, let me show you what I can create from the depths of my heart. So Leo is ruled by the sun, the only sign ruled by our central star rather than a planet. The sun is the source of all light and life in our solar system. Everything revolves around it, draws energy from it, and depends on it for survival. The celestial influence gives Leo its radiance, vitality, and natural magnetism. The sun governs our core identity, ego, consciousness, and life force. It represents who we are at our essence, our creative power, and our will to exist and express ourselves. The sun is about our self-awareness, self-confidence, and the courage to be ourselves authentically without apology. In Leo, the sun is in its home, expressing with full strength and natural ease. This placement gives Leo natives exceptional vitality, strong sense of self, and the ability to radiate warmth and positive energy. They're natural leaders who inspire others simply by being authentically themselves. The sun's influence explains why Leo energy is so vibrant, confident, and impossible to ignore. Just as the sun is the center of our solar system, Leo becomes the center of attention. Not necessarily because they demand it, but because their energy naturally draws others in. They have a gravitational pull. The sun also rules our hearts, both physically and metaphorically. This is why Leo is so deeply connected to matters of the heart: love, joy, creativity, children, and authentic self-expression. Leo operates from the heart center, leading with love, generosity, and passionate enthusiasm. The solar influence means Leo needs recognition and appreciation the way plants need sunlight. This isn't shallow vanity, it's a genuine need to know their light is seen and valued. When acknowledged and appreciated, Leo shines even brighter, warming everyone in their presence with increased generosity and creativity. So let's explore the defining characteristics of Leo energy. These qualities will manifest differently depending on where Leo appears in your chart, but the fundamental essence remains recognizable. Firstly, its natural confidence and charisma. Leo possesses an innate self-assurance that isn't learned but seems built into their very nature. They walk into rooms with presence, speak with authority, and carry themselves with dignity. This isn't arrogance, it's genuine self-belief. Their charisma draws people naturally. It's creativity and self-expression. Leo is one of the most creative signs of the zodiac. They're natural performers who understand that life itself can be a creative act. Everything they touch carries their unique signature. It's generosity and warmth. Leo has a huge heart and shares freely their time, energy, resources, and affection. They're genuinely generous, not for recognition, but because giving brings them joy. They have a warmth that makes others feel special, seen, and appreciated. They celebrate others' successes as enthusiastically as their own. It's leadership and authority. Leo leads naturally, not by demanding obedience, but by inspiring others to follow. They have vision, courage, and the ability to take charge in challenging situations. People naturally look to Leo for guidance and reassurance. They lead from the front, never asking others to do what they wouldn't do themselves. It's loyalty and protectiveness. Once Leo commits to someone, whether friends, family, or romantic partners, their loyalty is unwavering. They're fiercely protective of their people, defending loved ones with the same ferocity a lion protects its pride. Betray a Leo's trust, though, and you'll understand why they're symbolized by a predator. It's dramatic flair and love of life. Leo approaches life with theatrical appreciation. They enjoy the grand gestures, the memorable moments, the dramatic entrance. This isn't shallow, it's a genuine love of life's richness and beauty. They want to experience life fully, not half-heartedly. It's playfulness and joy. There's a childlike quality to Leo energy, not childish but genuinely playful. They remember how to have fun, to play, to laugh from the belly. They don't need permission to enjoy themselves and bring this joyful energy wherever they go. And finally, it's pride and dignity. Leo carries themselves with dignity and expects to be treated with respect. They have high standards for themselves and others. This pride can be their strength. It prevents them from accepting less than they deserve. But it can also be their challenge when it tips into arrogance or prevents them from admitting mistakes. So every sign has its challenges, and understanding Leo's shadow side is essential for growth and self-awareness. These aren't flaws to condemn, but areas for conscious development. So firstly, it can be arrogance and superiority. The flip side of Leo's confidence is arrogance. They can act superior, condescending, or as if they're inherently more important than others. Believing you're the star can lead to treating others as supporting cast in your story. True confidence doesn't require putting others down. Secondly, it can be attention-seeking. So Leo's need for recognition can become desperate attention-seeking, showing off, dominating conversations, making everything about them, or creating drama just to be noticed. Learning to validate themselves internally rather than depending on external applause is important. Next, it could be excessive pride. Pride can prevent Leo from admitting mistakes, apologizing, or showing vulnerability. They might refuse to back down even when they're wrong because it threatens their dignity. Learning that true strength includes humility is important. Next, it can be dominating and controlling. Leo's leadership can become domineering. They might insist things be done a certain way, struggle to share the spotlight, or need to be the most important person in every situation. Learning collaborative leadership and sharing space is important. It can be laziness. Surprisingly, Leo can be lazy. As a fixed fire sign, they can become complacent, expecting things to come to them without effort, or relying on charm and presence rather than work. The royal quality can become entitled expectation that others will serve them. It can be sensitivity to criticism. Leo's need for appreciation can become exhausting dependency on constant praise and validation. They might become insecure or depressed when they feel unappreciated. So developing internal validation independent of external recognition is important. And then it's difficulty sharing the spotlight. Leo can struggle when others receive attention or recognition, especially if they feel they deserve it more. Jealousy of others' success or inability to celebrate others genuinely can damage relationships. Learning that others' light doesn't diminish their own is important. The key to working with these shadow aspects is developing genuine self-worth, independent of external validation, balancing confidence with humility, and learning that true leadership elevates everyone. So Leo energy expresses uniquely depending on where it appears in your natal chart. Let's explore the key placements. Leo Sun. Your core identity is confident, creative, and expressive. You're here to shine, to express yourself authentically, and to inspire others. Your life purpose involves discovering your unique creative gifts, developing genuine confidence, and learning to lead from the heart. You shine when you're being creative, generous, and fully yourself. Leo Moon. Your emotional nature needs recognition, creative expression, and to feel special. You process feelings dramatically and expressively. Emotional security comes from being appreciated, celebrated, and allowed to fully express yourself. You're emotionally generous and warm, but need regular acknowledgement of your feelings and needs. Leo Rising. You approach life with confidence, warmth, and dramatic flair. Others see you as charismatic, warm, and often physically striking. You may have dramatic appearance or natural presence that draws attention. Your life path involves developing authentic self-expression, creative confidence, and generous leadership. The Sun is your chart ruler, making its placement especially important. Leo Mercury. Your thinking and communication are creative, dramatic, and confident. You speak with authority and conviction. You're a natural storyteller who communicates with flair and engagement. You think big picture and creatively rather than getting lost in details. You may struggle with flexibility in thinking but excel at inspiring communication. Leo Venus. You're attracted to confidence, creativity, and romance. You love dramatically and generously, wanting to shower your beloved with affection and gifts. You need a partner who appreciates you, celebrates you, and isn't threatened by your shine. You express love through grand gestures, celebration, and making your partner feel special. Leo Mars. Your drive and energy are expressed through creative pursuits, leadership, and self-expression. You pursue goals with confidence and dramatic flair. Your anger is dramatic and fiery, but usually passes quickly. You're motivated by recognition, creative challenges, and opportunities to shine or lead. You have strong willpower and natural authority. Leo Jupiter. Your growth and expansion comes through creativity, self-expression, and generous leadership. You find wisdom through following your heart and expressing yourself authentically. Your luck often manifests through creative pursuits, performance, or leadership opportunities. You believe in living boldly, generously, and joyfully. Leo Uranus. You experience breakthroughs through radical self-expression and unconventional creativity. You may revolutionize creative fields or express yourself in shocking, innovative ways. You need freedom to be completely yourself without conforming to others' expectations. You're learning to balance the need for attention with authentic rebellion. Leo Neptune. Your spirituality is expressed through creativity, artistic inspiration, and seeing the divine in self-expression. You may idealize yourself or others or struggle with ego boundaries. There's potential for inspired creative and artistic genius. You're learning to balance ego needs with spiritual transcendence and to use creative gifts in service. Leo Pluto. You experience profound transformation through ego death and rebirth, creative crises, or power struggles. You have intense relationship with recognition, authority, and self-expression that undergoes deep changes throughout your life. You have intense relationship with recognition, authority, and self-expression that undergoes deep changes throughout life. You have tremendous creative and leadership power. You're learning to use personal power responsibly and to transform ego into authentic presence. The house where you have Leo in your chart shows the life area where you're meant to shine, express yourself creatively, and lead with confidence. This is where you'll be most dramatic, creative, and need recognition. So let's look at relationships and compatibility. Leo in relationships is passionate, loyal, and generous. They love dramatically and want to make their partner feel like the most special person in the world. Romance with Leo is exciting, warm, and full of grand gestures, celebrations, and genuine affection. In love, Leo needs appreciation, admiration, and a partner who isn't threatened by their shine. They want someone who celebrates their accomplishments, supports their creative expression, and makes them feel special. They're incredibly loyal and devoted once committed, but they need that loyalty and devotion reciprocated. Leo shows love through generosity, so gifts, experiences, time, affection, and making their partner feel cherished. They're affectionate, romantic, and love creating special moments and memories. They want their relationship to feel special, not ordinary. The Leo approach to conflict can be dramatic. They express anger openly and can be quite fierce when hurt. However, they're usually willing to work through issues if addressed directly and respectfully. They need to feel their feelings are acknowledged and they're not being dismissed or diminished. Attacking their pride will backfire. Approaching with respect works better. Compatible signs often include fellow fire signs Aries and Sagittarius who match Leo's passion, enthusiasm, and zest for life. Air signs Gemini and Libra can also work well, providing mental stimulation and social energy. The opposite sign Aquarius can be either highly compatible or challenging, offering the detachment and intellectual energy that balances Leo's personal focus. Earth signs might find Leo too dramatic or impractical, while Leo can see earth signs as too serious or limiting. Water signs might feel overwhelmed by Leo's intensity, while Leo might find water's emotional depth challenging. However, with maturity and mutual understanding, any combination can work. The key for Leo in relationships is learning to share the spotlight, balance their needs with their partners, and developing security that doesn't depend entirely on external validation. So now let's look at career and life purpose. Leo energy thrives in careers involving creativity, performance, leadership, and self-expression. They need work that allows them to shine, to be recognized for their contributions, and express their unique talents and vision. Ideal careers include entertainment and performing arts, so acting, music, comedy, dance, where Leo can literally be in the spotlight. They excel in creative fields like art, design, fashion, or any area where they can express their creative vision. Speaking, teaching, or training where their center stage appeals to their natural presence. Leo also shines in leadership roles, so CEO, director, manager, entrepreneur, where they can lead with vision and inspire teams. They're drawn to luxury industries, high-end fashion, sales, or anything involving beauty, glamour, and quality. Event planning and entertainment industry work suits their love of celebration and creating memorable experiences. Many Leos are drawn to working with children or youth, so teaching, coaching, mentoring, where they can inspire young people and make a lasting impact. Politics and public service can appeal to their desire to lead and make meaningful change. Creative entrepreneurship is natural for Leo. They want to build something that reflects their vision and bears their personal stamp. They're also drawn to any profession that offers recognition, awards, or public acknowledgement of excellence. The key for Leo professionally is finding work where they can be creative, receive recognition, and feel their contribution matters. They're not suited for behind-the-scenes roles where their contributions go unnoticed or environments that suppress their natural expression. Leo's life purpose often involves inspiring others through their authentic self-expression, leading in ways that elevate everyone, and reminding us all that we're here to shine, create, and bring our unique light into the world. So how do you work with Leo energy? Whether you're a Leo or want to work with this energy consciously, here are some practical ways to harness the lion's power. For Leo individuals or strong Leo placements, firstly, develop self-worth independent of external validation and recognition. Secondly, practice sharing the spotlight and celebrating others' successes genuinely. Thirdly, balance confidence with humility. True strength includes admitting mistakes. Fourth, channel your dramatic tendencies into creative expression rather than manufactured crisis. Fifth, cultivate internal pride based on integrity rather than others' approval. Fifth, remember that leadership means service, not superiority. Sixth, give yourself permission to rest. You don't have to perform constantly. And lastly, develop resilience to criticism without losing your openness. And then for everyone, especially during Leo season, firstly, express yourself creatively in whatever form calls to you. Secondly, do something that makes you feel confident and attractive. Thirdly, be generous and celebrate someone you care about. Fourth, step into leadership in some area of your life. Fifth, play, have fun, and prioritize joy. Sixth, dress up, go out, or do something that makes you feel special. Next, share your talents and gifts without hiding your light. Practice confident self-expression and speak your truth. Next, create something that reflects your unique personality. And lastly, celebrate yourself. Acknowledge your accomplishments and worth. Remember, Leo energy teaches us that we're all worthy of love and recognition, that authentic self-expression is courageous, and that life needs joy, creativity, and celebration to be truly lived. Leo, the fifth sign of the Zodiac, teaches us about courage, creativity, and the power of authentic self-expression. This fixed fire sign reminds us that we're all meant to shine, that there's strength in leading from the heart, and that celebrating ourselves and others makes life richer and more meaningful. Whether you have significant Leo placements or simply want to cultivate more of this energy, the lion offers essential lessons. It shows us that confidence isn't arrogance when rooted in genuine self-worth, that creativity is our birthright, and that generosity and warmth create the connections that make life beautiful. The highest expression of Leo is the conscious leader and inspiring creator, someone who shines brightly while helping others discover their own light, who leads with generosity and heart, and who reminds us all that we deserve to take up space, express ourselves authentically, and live with passion and joy. Thank you for joining me on this deep dive into Leo. If you found this valuable, please like, subscribe, and share with anyone who would benefit from understanding this radiant, creative sign. Drop a comment below sharing your Leo placements or experiences with this energy. I love hearing from you. But until next time, stay blessed and keep well, beautiful souls.